Here we go. Leo, my friend. My most loyal follower. What's up, my friend? My wife told me, hey dude, go stream a little bit earlier if you want to stream. So we can hang out tonight, she said. Oh my god, Matty's here. It's gonna be a great evening. My favorite people are here. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah, I've been a long day at work and came back from work. Been a little bit with my son, my wife. It's snowing here in Copenhagen. Made myself a late coffee. No, not going anywhere. It's just I guess I have more energy now that I'm gonna have later. So trying to use this opportunity to my stream times are not the greatest, right? Because especially for people in Europe, I somehow doubt that anyone is excited to come home from work and everything else, and then watch my stream at 10 p.m. right? So give me 1 second. I'm just doing something on my other laptop. Give me one moment, then we hang out a bit, fellas. Alright, cool. That's, I guess, fine-ish. Okay. Alright, so what's up, fellas? I've been at work again, as I said. And, we had some releases past 2 weeks. And, I'm actually enjoying being at work a lot. Kind of enjoying the kind of older now I get, more and more I'm into management and into helping others, so I kind of enjoy it. I don't code that much as I used to at work, but it's very fulfilling. I'm proud of you, man. I'm proud of you. If anything, I can take some of these things and maybe attribute them a little bit to me. It's good to influence younger fellas, right? I remember when we discussed things and you said, I wish there's a good music today still. And I told you, what do you mean you wish there's a good music? Of course there's a good music always, right? So I remember that very well. It's like I got super triggered, like, I wish there's a good music today. Like, what the hell are you talking about, bro? There's always great music, you just have to put in the effort, right? Not everything can be served to your doorstep, right? Good, man, good. Yeah, I mean, if you sometimes, we need to put in effort into some things, right? We cannot just expect everything on a mainstream TV to be served to us, right? I mean, this band that I just play, right? Like, I'm 35, right? And I discovered new bands every day. Like, this band I discovered last weekend when I was in this jazz bar with my kid and my wife, right? So, I mean, it's so exciting to discover new bands, especially small ones. I mean, look at this band. I mean, okay, this band isn't that small, right? But it's so nice because there's so much music out there. It's beautiful music. You just have to put in the effort, right? And that is kind of like a video game. You discover new stuff. It's like, oh wow, man, this band is so cool. This song is so great, right? All right, fellas. Well, I was actually very excited to finalize this crap, right? Are we a little bit sick collectively of this? Maybe, but I don't care. I need to finish it, right? Because at the end of the day, work needs to be done, so we cannot. Okay. So so now I'm back into switching desktops like this. Great. I actually even forgot that I was using multiple desktops. At one point, I stopped doing that for some reason. So we're gonna continue that. So last time, I don't know when I streamed, maybe 2 days ago, right? Something like that. We kind of stopped here. So okay. So let's kind of be a little bit more pragmatic here, right? So let's go to this toolbar, right? Let's give this thing to ChatGPT, right? Because I really want to move away from this thing, right? So let's give this to, and let's try to prime the ChatGPT a little bit, right? So I'm gonna give it this hook that we wrote last time. Where is it? Yeah. And this hook helped me improve the reusability of this. As you can see, I want to have a single hook. I want to have a single hook that covers all of my tip-tap modals. In simple words, these are just elements positioned relative to the tip-tap control that you choose. Qwick, thank you very much, buddy, for your follow, and good evening. So happy to be streaming a little bit earlier. Alright, so let's see. To improve the reusability of your modal input handling, the in-context tip editor controls, you can create a more general hook that manages multiple modals with their respective position in data. This will allow you to handle various types of inputs like... Okay. Play one game, my friend. Good evening. I don't really need a possibility to, just for the record, I will never have more than one modal open, right? So let's just... Yeah, but that's what we're doing already, no? Let's see. Early today, yeah, it was my wife's idea. She said, how about you go? I mean, if you're gonna stream later anyway, you know, just go and do it now. And she was right. So I'm actually super happy. I actually kind of, you guys grew on me. So it's kind of good to be here. I like hanging out with you fellas. I like hanging out with you fellas. For sure. For sure. Data? What data? Yeah, I just want to kind of finalize this now, right? So that's why I'm kind of using a little bit of ChatGPT here, right? Because I want us to move away from this thing. Oh, I don't want us to move it. I don't want to escape it, right? I'm actually very happy to be doing this. But what course do you recommend to learn NeoVim? We like the stream as well. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. I mean, as I always say, the main question is, why do you want to learn NeoVim, right? I have a feeling that a lot of you guys are influencing each other so much, putting so much here, this social type of pressure, is that I find that incredible. Like, there's so many things one can learn. Like, it's a genuine question. Why do you want to learn NeoVim or Vim or anything like that? What do you think that you're going to gain out of it? And this is not to discourage you not to learn it, don't take me wrong. It's just a genuine question. What it is that you actually, why it is that you, what it is that you think that you're going to gain out of it, right? Because, you know, learning Vim or Emacs and getting used to these things, right? It makes you look cooler. Actually, yeah, if you look cooler, your code instantly looks way better and you're way more productive. True. Exactly. I'm with you. That's yeah. Got it. I never ask these questions to discourage people. I just ask it genuinely to know, in order for me to give any reasonable advice, I need to know the reasoning behind why do you choose to do something, right? Because a lot of these things, a lot of younger fellas especially think that somebody gives a shit about which text editor you're using, right? And nobody actually does, right? So if it is for the sake of appearing cooler, then okay, I mean, I can take that as an argument. Okay, like, I want others to think that I'm cool, sure. I mean, yeah, I mean, if that's gonna make you happy, then great. But fundamentally, keep in mind, nobody gives a crap if you're using Notepad or Vim or VS Code, right? Makes you look like a hacker. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Emphasis on makes you look like a hacker. The emphasis is makes you look like one, right? If becoming a hacker would be only as easy as learning another text editor, wouldn't that be great? It would be amazing. Everything's, I mean, fake it till you make it, right? Fake it till you make it. It's the most and well-known saying in Silicon Valley. So many companies have been built on fake it till you make it. So if the companies did it, why can't the nerds do it as well, right? I'm with you. Shit. Okay, cool. Okay, well, we just started the stream, but let's make sure. When people see me coding in Vim, they think that I'm real shit, so they pay me more. Okay, sure. Yeah, this dude like... No, I mean, look, I've been using Vim for many years, and I use it even sometimes time to time in the stream, so I'm not against it. It's more, I try to make this stream as educational as it can be. I've been in this industry very long, and I just, before I ever give an advice, it's always good to get the context of why someone is doing something, right? This is, I would never want to discourage anyone of learning anything. I think any knowledge is great. Learning Vim, learning anything is great. It's just at certain point in your career, there's certain things which you should probably learn first before you learn something else. So, for example, if you're a shitty programmer, learning Vim is not going to make you a better programmer, right? So maybe, maybe putting more emphasis onto some hard skill or soft skill, right? And then developing that, because a Vim, NeoVim, Emacs, right? These things are long-term projects, right? You don't sit and learn Vim. You switch to it and you struggle a little bit, right? And then as the time goes by, you learn new key bindings. You become more efficient with these key bindings and stuff, right? But then if you're like a beginner in, you can barely write a function, and then you think that NeoVim is going to make your Vim is going to make you better, then, right? Vim launches. Yeah, I mean, Vim is amazing. I mean, whenever I'm working with my servers, when I'm doing infrastructure here at Programmer Network or at my work, having some Nano or Cat or Vim or NeoVim or Emacs is super useful, right? But for the web development and stuff, I genuinely feel it's a struggle, because once I started kind of, right? Yeah, for sure. Definitely. Okay, so let's get this thing done, really, because it's a little bit it's a little bit it's kind of we're all getting a little bit tired of this, right? So let's kind of try to get this done. So if I go to some of these open source things, those libraries that I open sourced, right? Well, Adobe Acrobat Reader is the free, right? This thing is older than most of you in this chat. I remember installing this in the 90s. It literally existed. Yeah. This is the only PDF reader I actually know. I use NeoVim, but I couldn't get myself to love the configuration. That's it. I'm in an endless cycle of VS Code, WebStorm. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, again, if you find that sort of things fun, it's fine, right? I've changed so many configuration in my career, right? And then at one point you don't care anymore. Now I actually don't care, really, genuinely. But I'm with you. But why don't you like Adobe Acrobat Reader? I mean, that's the standard kind of, right? I mean, I despise Adobe as a company because they have the worst paying schemes ever. Like they literally disgust me. But yeah, that's what it is. Okay, well, all right, guys. So yeah, let's code a little bit, right? Because I open sourced this very long ago, right? And I'm just thinking if I should, instead of moving this whole repository, installing this stuff. I mean, maybe I could install this as part of Yale, right? But this is basically I just need this custom AJV validator that I wrote, right? So the question now is, should I just install this because I'm using this isomorphically in the API in the front, or should I just move? Yeah, because I don't want to move it to Yale, right? Because now this thing is open source and all of that stuff, so I don't want to pollute that with programmer network specific things. Where's our Yale? Here, right? I'm not sure what you mean. Yeah, isomorphic in this context means we can reuse it in both ends. Yeah, and Castle is an isomorphic library. Castle is basically ACL stands for access control list. So Castle is a library for permissions and stuff for that. And yeah, you're right that Castle is also, you can use it both to create those what are they called, declarative rules, and then you can also use it to, yeah, so you're absolutely right. It's just that I don't want to pollute this, because this is amazing now. I'm very happy with the outcome of this, right? Where is this crap? Here, right? Okay, keywords is YouTube URL. Yeah, I mean, I guess I could move. It's just this is fully open. This is fully tested, right? I think coverage of this is like, wait, let me try it. Wait, give me 1 second. So let's go to, I'm pretty sure that I literally tested this fully, right? Yeah. So that would be a shame to kind of not use this, right? Yeah, you know what? Screw it. Let's just do it. What can I do, right? So I love this thing. It's pretty awesome. So yeah, let's do it. So let's get over here. Let's just install this. Let's try to install it like this. So let's go to this storybook here, right? So let's close this. Let's do this. Let's say PMI. And man, at work I use Mac, and here then I keep switching between Control and Command. It's crazy. All right, cool. Well, that's what it is. That's what it is, right? Cool. So that's great, right? And if I go to this other thing we recently open sourced, how did I use it there? I actually forgot. There's so many. So if I take a look at use AJV form, right? If you remember this validation library I wrote, in here I'm using the keywords somewhere. Am I using that? I think in the test file I'm using them somewhere. Chica, my friend, good evening. Let's read the tests of this, because I think I wrote so many tests as well for this crap. Where's the test? Yeah, here it is. Yeah, there's a bunch of tests. Okay, so where's the keywords? Somewhere. Yeah, okay, so this is export const for the network AJV. Why am I exporting this from here? It's so weird, but either way, okay. Keywords. Use AJV. Okay, custom keywords. I literally wrote these libraries and I forgot how I did it. So okay, so I guess as the first, second, third argument, if I remember, I have this custom keywords. Yeah, exactly. So I extended this hook that I open sourced with custom keywords, and then it's an array basically. So yeah, and then we're gonna, where is it? Just reading from a different library. Yeah, so here it is. Okay, hopefully some tree shaking and stuff is gonna kick in, and hopefully we're not gonna be where is it? Program network AJV. Shit. Oh, I see. Okay. Oh yeah, this was something. There was something weird here with how I actually exported this when we open sourced it, right? So it doesn't really matter, right? I just actually find this incredibly ugly, but that's what it is. All right, and then if we go here, we can now pass these keywords now. And what does this mean for us? Well, this means that I can now fundamentally, what the fuck happened here? Program network AJV. Did I not install this? Program network AJV. Yeah, I mean that should be kind of fine. Let's reload this. I mean, if you're still using npm at work, that's really bad. Yeah, actually, I don't have a declaration file for this. That's quite true, right? And that sucks, right? And that's, I think, why I haven't used this, because, yeah. Yeah, okay. But actually, that shouldn't really prevent us, should it? Yeah, okay, never mind. All good. No, I don't think it would. You can easily switch to PNPM. You just need to remove your package log file or Yale log or whatever, so it's not gonna break, no. It's not that it sucks, I mean, it's just another package manager. All of them are the same. The only thing you care about is how slow or fast they are, right? What the fuck is this? Where is this? Is this, Oh, my storybook for this thing seems to be complaining, right? Where is this? Ah, I see, okay. Because this is no longer called link, this is now called modal input, right? Or something like that, if I recall, right? And then we can import. Okay, sure. My bad, okay. It's a lot slower indeed. It's really slow. It's really slow. Okay, this kind of sucks ass, right? I get that, but that's what it is. Okay, how do I use this? How do I use my validator? Do I have... wait, let me read the tests of that thing that I wrote. Shit. Come on, Alex, man. Programmer network, where is this thing? Clean architecture. I wrote a lot of these things, man. I keep forgetting now. What did we do? Kubernetes, infrastructure. Yeah, this guy. Jesus, man. Test. Okay, here is the test. Yeah. Keywords test is YouTube URL. Yeah, okay, sure. Let's see how I is YouTube URL. Okay, yeah, so this is my custom validator. Okay. Sure. All right, so basically pretty much I have to do here is instead of the format, I can just say, hey, use the custom is YouTube URL validator, right? That should technically work. So if we go now over here, or I hope so at least. Unknown keyword. Okay, so didn't we register the keyword? That's custom keywords. So yeah, we did kind of register. Let me just print this. Did they actually get registered properly or not? Let's take a look at that. Console. Some WebSocket bullshit. What is this? Keywords. Yeah, so here it is. Is YouTube URL is in fact there. And how did I implement this thing? How did I? So it takes keyword definition. Yeah, so that's fine. Ah, actually, this is now a multi-dimensional array, right? So the keyword is already an array. So that was the problem. I'm almost certain of that, right? Yeah, there we go. Okay. So now technically this should give us the proper error as well. Invalid YouTube URL. Okay, beautiful. Okay, so that's good. And if I go to my own YouTube channel, right, and just grab some random video. So let's just take whatever. How do I use YouTube, man? It's so hard. Okay. All right, this. Bam. No. Yeah. Why are we getting invalid YouTube URL again? Wait. All right, so did we find some little bug here that we didn't cover? Wait, I click this. Okay, let's let's figure that one out now. Okay, so let's go to the references of these things. YouTube set YouTube URL and change, yes. Okay, do I see it? Yeah, I guess I do, right? So let's see what we have. Yes, modal input, value, blah, blah, blah. I had a, okay. Okay, so basically we don't really, do we even validate anything? No, so here we essentially should have validated that. So YouTube set input URL. So somebody on YouTube is asking about the music. Unfortunately, I can't play music on Twitch. Oh, sorry, on YouTube, because YouTube would then remove all of my videos, right? So because they don't have this VOD track. All right, I'm sorry. Just give me a second. Okay, so let's create something here, something like insert video, right? But here we're gonna have to say something like YouTube dot let's take a look at that. So if YouTube dot is valid, we obviously want to early return here. I'm gonna say, well, return, right? Otherwise, if it's fine, then well, do it, right? And then we want to close that. So we want to say YouTube input something. No, not really. We want to close the modal, right? So we want to say input modal, set modal. Exactly. Yes. Beautiful. And then, yeah, pretty much we want to just pass a reference to this function, right? All right, cool. Going back here now, the tip tap, right? So if I do this, that should not work. If I... come on, Alex. All right, cool. Invalid YouTube URL, shit. So what is a valid? So this, it doesn't really like this format. Wait. I think your validation failed as you're expecting the URL to contain what exactly. Or to now that I was about to go to that library and see, because yeah. So if I take a look at that, you're absolutely right. If we take a look at the tests, right? Hey there, thanks, man. I was actually about to. So let's see. Yeah, exactly. So this is the problem. Shit. I mean, yeah. This is. I forgot how I implemented this. Yeah, you're right. And I think that's kind of fine, right? I mean, most of these videos do have, like, it's a little bit strange why this video that I chose. Why is that? Okay, it's because how I shared it, right? So fundamentally, yeah, if I do this, then it's gonna work, right? What is happening here, man? Yeah, I see. Okay. Yeah, because now it works, right? Okay, you're right. Shit. I mean, wait a minute. And why is this opened in a new window, man? It's so annoying. I mean, I guess we could go just and just update this validator, right? Give me 1 second. So if I go here, here, and here. Yeah, this is the shortened name, right? Okay, I see. I guess we need to support this, right? I guess we need to support this. Let's do that. Okay. I think Artonado, I think that's what we're gonna do. 100%. Let's do that. Okay, well, like Artonado said, right? Let's just do that. Let me open up a new window here, right? and open this other repository that I have that we just installed, right? What is this? How did I call that? AJV something. AJV secure string, use AJV. Yeah, it's this one, right? Hey, ChatGPT, can you write my code, please? So here it is, right? Yeah, no, it's this one. And then I wrote these string utils, right? If I remember, yeah, we have a bunch of these string utils. Yes. Yep. All right, here it is. This one, right? Beautiful. Okay, cool. So, all right, let's use my Jean Code 1 debug again, and say given this method from my string utils, ensure that the given URL is also supported and valid. Ensure that the given URL structure is also supported and valid. Something like that, right? I pay by my own money as well, even though I'm so fundamentally lazy because I have Dream Data is paying for all of these tools. It's just that if you guys remember when I started the stream, I started paying for this, right? And I never stopped. I think I'm paying for this thing since it came out. Let's see. I started paying in February last year. And ever since, why didn't I cancel it? Because my company is paying for this crap anyway. It's beyond me. I don't get it, actually. But yeah. Makes no sense. All right, let me take a sip of my coffee here. It actually, so you're right. So it came out in November, right? But not the ChatGPT 4. So I've been using it more or less almost from the start, but the paid version came a lot later, right? So the paid version came maybe yeah, I don't know why, maybe it's tax or whatever, right? All right, here it is. Beautiful. We'll need to update the tests as well, right? What's up with the formatting here? What the fuck? Dude. No, I don't think so. No, I mean, I've been paying for... No, I don't think so. No. Yeah, super weird. Super weird. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna sue OpenAI and Microsoft. Let's see how that goes. I bet they're already scared. Like, oh, Alex, please don't sue us. Oh, what are we gonna do if you do that, man? Like, no. All right, let's see. Is valid YouTube URL? Let's run the tests for this crap, right? Again. So, AJV, right? Yeah. Yeah, but we need more tests. I need to make sure I don't trust this, right? So let's write the tests, more tests. Where is YouTube? Dude, where's my... Don't tell me... Come on, man. Where's YouTube, dude? Do we not have any tests for YouTube? For YouTube validator? No. That's weird, man. Tip tap utils, string utils, index. Alright. Given these tests, generate new tests for this method that we just updated. Come on, faster. And if seriously, and then somebody complains about ChatGPT, like how fucking lazy in life and disgusting you have to be to complain about the tool like this. If this already was worth $25, literally just this little thing. Oh, but I asked it a question and it didn't give me exactly the answer that I wanted. Oh my god, it fucking sucks. I contributed nothing to it. Zero, nada. Oh my god, it's so fucking bad. Lazy fucking assholes, man. I literally had a thought in my head and it didn't read my mind. What is going on? How great it is, man. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at this. Let's just review the tests. All right, beautiful. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Okay. Support short URLs for is YouTube URL. I asked it a question and it didn't give me the exact answer that I wanted. Yeah, it's okay. It's even better. It's even better because then I get free marketing for my YouTube. It's beautiful. How did you put the background in VS Code? There's an extension called background. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, so I guess we updated this crap now. We can close it. Funny thing is I'm installing this directly from my GitHub, right? So I didn't deploy this one to what's it called, to GitHub like other libraries we did. So I'm literally just gonna say npm remove and I'm gonna reinstall it. Super strange. My pleasure, man. Super strange, I agree, but that's what it is, man. Even I'm not perfect, and I'm like literally almost perfect, like close to perfection. Come on, dude. Alrighty, beautiful. Okay. Cool. All right, so going back to this bad boy here, right? Now, technically, the link that we had should be okay, right? HTTPS. I'll just smack this bad boy here. All right, let's see. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, try some other URL like programmer.network. No, Alex, that's not cool. All right, so there's a little bug in this that we need to fix. Let's see what happens. So we validate once. Yeah, there's something that isn't working properly, so we need to fix that. Let's see what's happening. What? Well, let me move it to another screen. Ah, it's you. That's actually beautiful. Beautiful. What a great time invested, right? What the fuck is going on? Why is this invalid? Wait a minute. Yeah, there's something off with this. This doesn't work properly. But I think it is this conflict with, wait. All right, let's take a look at that. Yeah, there's some issue last time when we did this. Maybe I didn't save or something. Let's see. Maybe I just had to rebuild the code. Wait. Unfortunately, I'm testing this manually. It's very difficult to unit test this crap now. Yeah, this is not good. Yeah, there's something off here. Wait, I just need to kind of brute force it a bit. Yeah. That there's something wrong. So when I open this crap, yeah, that isn't right. So it's almost like it was, wait. My face is that's certainly not going to help you code better. Seeing my face. All right, come on, man. Like, I need to know why is this thing failing. Okay, that's correct. Then we try something else. Yeah, why is that valid? How is that? How is that even possible, man? Unless we have this again. Valid state YouTube URL. Yeah. I mean, I almost like the way that I kind of designed this last time, right? Yeah, well, you know what's the thing, Ortinato? The thing is, you could be right, right? But the problem is it sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. So there's something off here, right? Like, I think so, at least, right? Or maybe you're right. Yeah, that kind of makes no sense. It seems that the autocomplete doesn't work. Wait, let me try to identify what it is that it actually because it's confusing. If I paste the URL, you can see now it doesn't work. Doesn't work. So weird, man. It is a valid URL, literally. Because if I paste it directly in here, right, it's going to work. So let's see if there's some side effect. Yeah, there seems to be some side effect causing this, right? Wait, yeah, 100%. Because it just worked, right? Look. Yeah, now it worked, right? So weird, man. So there's some side effect here, for sure. 100%. Come on, Alex. Wait, sorry. Yeah. So the only thing I can think about is this hook that I wrote in the last stream. Where was it? This use modal input. But I don't see anything that can go wrong here in that context, right? Let's try that. Let's try that. I agree. Let's try that. Where is the AJV here, right? Let's try that. You're right. Yeah. I don't know. Let's actually try that. Play one game. Yeah, that's a good point. Okay, so Ortonado is right that the regex is actually inaccurate, right? So the dash. Yeah, exactly. So you can see that if I remove the dash, it's, and that's great, right? I mean, that's good. I think my problem here is that there's something something a little bit worse that I'm worried about. So yeah, so we know that now, and that's great. It's just I have a feeling that, wait, I have a feeling that so if I take this link, I have a feeling that sometimes it works, which is worrying me, right? It's so there has to be some side effect, right? You see, why did it work now? Yeah, exactly, right? Because that is my problem now. So yeah, regex, yeah, sure, we're gonna update that. It's just why is this happening now? Look, why does it work? Why is it valid? Yeah, that makes no sense. Okay. Wait, give me a second. Maybe when I wrote this validator, how did I write this validator? Wait, let me find some tests. So yeah, so all of that seems fine, right? All of that seems kind of fine. Yeah, we return if it's invalid, right? That's good. All right, let's try that again. So it's almost, wait, bear with me, right? So if I give it a few seconds, right? Let's see if it's a timing issue, right? No, it's not a timing issue. So there's some, basically it's a side effect issue, right? So let's just do this a couple of times, right? Let's do this a couple of times and let's see. Yeah, this is a different, yeah. So you can see if I kind of give it a second when I paste in, right? So did I implement some debounce or something? Do I have some debounce or something here? I don't think so. There is a debounce in use AJV form for sure. Yeah, definitely. But that's not the thing, because that library I also fully unit tested. Wait, let me open it up. I don't think that's. I hope that's not the issue. Let's see. Let me open that because I use AJV form, because that's also something I built. Maybe that's why it's broken. Okay. Absolutely. Do I have a debounce here? I think I do have a debounce. I must have a debounce, right? Just the question is, where did I implement that when I wrote this library? Validation. Use debounce. I think we most likely found an edge case indeed. It has to be. Let's try one thing. Let's set options.debounce time to like 0, right? So because I can see when I wrote this that I'm providing this debounce time as part of the options to the hook, right? So if I go here, right, I can say debounce time 0, right? So technically now, technically we should not get into that state anymore, right? No, we do. Pay the clock. Oh, I know what's the problem. This is another edge case. Because this shit, man, I just found another really silly edge case as well. Oh my god, look at this. And this is kind of problematic sometimes in JavaScript. Look at this. Exactly, set it to Artonado got it. The problem is, right, that we have this, which is going to evaluate to false. You read my mind. So this is going to evaluate to false, which means that it's going to be 500 again, right? Oh, okay. Somebody's okay. No, it's fine, right? It's just a silly. It's a silly one. I instantly saw it, and I'm like, all right, motherfucker. Yeah, I think this is gonna help. It has to. I have no other. I have nothing else to believe that. Yeah, that's the thing, right? So it is basically that 500 milliseconds, right? Yep. That's it. Because you can see it was basically a timing issue, right? All right. Well, that's great. All right, let's update this very quickly. Actually, very fun. I mean, some of these bugs are so ridiculous that it's fun. Actually, at least for me. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a freak, or most certainly I am. But let's just add 2 more tests, right? All right, that's great. Okay. cool. Where is this thing? It's here, right? Let's push it. And where were we? I guess we are in this context, right? Yes. So weird, didn't I like... Yeah, wow, okay. Strange. Alright, cool. So that should be kind of fine, right? Let's take a look. Lookiendo. Okay, cool, cool, man. Great. Hopefully we don't have to fiddle with that anymore. I suppose this should be fine now. There we go. Okay. Try to break it. Great. Great. Okay. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. I think that's awesome. And I actually do think that setting the debounce timer here to 0 also makes sense because it's a single input, right? Because that debouncing thing, I implemented it because when you have larger forms and you know, in this case, in simple words, you will never type this character by character. So it would be very annoying because if I would come here and say HTTPS, right, you'll instantly get invalid URL, right? Because there's basically, you know, you have to be like super fast, right? Like there's no one single millisecond between. But most people, if you, in fact, actually most people will probably, if they use this, they will just paste the URL, you know, directly into the editor because you can do that, right? Yeah, exactly, right? Not to mention that you can also paste the URL in here and it's going to be actually rendered as a video, right? So I think we're fine. I think we're fine. In this context, when it comes to the link, sure, I mean, here we do have a proper time. It's like a 500 milliseconds. But even in this context, I believe most people will actually copy the URL as well, right? So let's face it, right? Let's face it, that doesn't make any sense. Let me change the music. Metallica. All right. So that's great. Does that work? Can we say that this now technically works is the question, though. Can we say, hey, that works? Ignoring these icons, we need, if actually somebody gets if somebody gets a chance to find these icons for this library that here, I would very much appreciate it. I'm just gonna post it on Discord. So I'm just gonna say here in general, no, or I don't know where, I'm just gonna say, hey, if anyone has the time to seek for some awesome rich text editor icon set for our tip tap, that would be great. What the fuck? 50 community gift sub gifts? What the hell? Is that literally like 50 subs? That's crazy. I mean, thank you very much, dude. I hope that's not your parents' credit card. I don't want some parents hating on me, but that's very kind, dude. That's crazy. That is probably the craziest thing we've seen in this stream so far. I mean, it would be super cool if the guy now just says, don't worry, it's not my credit card. Oh. I mean, Mida has to join the Discord, but somebody has just earned another sugar daddy. Thank you very much, Mida. Whoever you are, I hope that means that you like the stream. So That's very awesome, man. Thank you very much. That's pretty cool. That's crazy stuff, man. All right. Well, that's great. Thank you. Thank you again. Pretty awesome. Yes, yes, and yes. So the only thing that kind of sucks, right, is this, right? That this library I didn't write in TypeScript, right? So I didn't write this in TypeScript, right? Straight up debit card. Okay. No, thank you, man. That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. Thank you on behalf of the community. I will, as soon as he or she tells me the Discord name. What did I want to do? What did I want to do? Yeah. So the question now is, should I rewrite this very quickly in TypeScript? I don't feel like doing that. I don't feel like wasting time of the stream on that. So I guess, is there a way to ignore this? Can I like ignore this somehow? Does anyone know? Can I just say, hey, it's fine? Can I say it's fine? Wait, I have an idea. Because I also pay for this Copilot. My company pays for it, and I never. Give me a second. Let's do it like this. Let's go secondary sidebar, and let's tell this guy here. Let's say, hey, secondary thing. Let's say here, workspace. Let's say, can I somehow ignore the fact that my AJV package doesn't provide typing definitions? TS ignore should work. No. Yeah, I mean, who knows? Hey bro, your video is just amazing. I'll just stumble upon your channel, doing a great job. Thank you very much, Xshal. That's very kind, man. Simple Cookie, we will meet, my friend. That was a bummer. That was a bummer. Can I do something like this? Include it in TS config. Oh, I didn't call it like that. Sorry, I'm an idiot. Why did I name it like that? It's Isn't it here under types? I think it's under types. Yeah, now it stopped complaining. I think it's good. I think if I remember the config, yeah. It seems it's not complaining. Yeah. I kind of hate this. I should have done, yeah. I'll rewrite that off stream, right? It does from node modules, but also you can kind of define them here as well, I think. I don't actually know, honestly. All right, that's amazing. That's great. So I'm actually happy with that, right? Right? That's... Let me just get a sip of water here. 1 second. No error. Sako got the job. Shout out to Sako, my friend. Well, we have to have a beer, man. We have to have a beer, dude. I mean, I'm actually offended that you didn't call me to say that. I thought we were friends, man. I'm highly offended now. Now runs away, separate or united, healthy or insane, and to be yourself is... You only call family, bastard. What's the name of the company? What's the name of the company? Supplios. Let's check it out. Is it here in Copenhagen? Of course it is. Actually, very good location, man. I know where this is. This is very close, Sako. Remember where Dream Data was when you came for an interview? This is literally, I believe, the street. Very like a. Oh, that's not the correct one. Okay. It's yeah. So it was literally. It was literally where my where our office, Dream Data office, was, right? Okay, here's Supplios. Don't tell me that it's consulting, man. Don't tell me it's consulting, dude. Okay, good. You'll tell me about it over beer. Actually, let me pin this. Let me pin Programmer Network. Why is this not pinned? Yeah, so let's pin that. So just for the record, this whole stream is about the Programmer Network platform, which is in production for a long time, just FYI. And now for a couple of streams, for maybe up 2 months, I've broke a lot of these things into open source things, right? And now we are just improving them, right? So what are we building today? Today we're basically finalizing the TipTap implementation that we have. So basically TipTap is a very popular rich text editor, or to say probably currently the rich. So if you need rich text editing in your app, you most likely use this, right? So the thing with TipTap is that it's headless, right? So it doesn't come with any predefined toolbars. It comes, basically it's built on this thing called Prose Mirror API. And Prose Mirror API is a relatively low level JavaScript library for building rich text experiences, right? So TipTap basically, so in simple words, right, you have Prose Mirror here, right? Prose Mirror API. And then on top of it you have TipTap, right? Which, as I said, is headless, right? So in simple words, no styles, toolbars, and stuff, right? And what we are doing now, well, we have our own abstraction on top of TipTap, where we had to build our own toolbar, and then, you know, our own things, right? So in simple words, right, when I come here now in our storybook, right, this is our toolbar here, right? This is our rendering. This is how it renders in HTML. And then, so, right, so, etc., right? So that's what we're kind of doing now. So the beauty of these things like TipTap and Prose Mirror is that indeed you don't have to fight the editor when you install it. You know how a lot of these abstractions, they come with too many opinions that you have to then fight against in your CSS, right? The downside, of course, of these types of editors is that they don't come ready out of the box. So you don't just install this and you use it. You have to put in the effort, right? This implementation that I open sourced here, that you can find on one of the repositories on my GitHub, does a lot more than just the toolbar. It does sanitization. It's basically a system. So what I did here on this level here, right? We have the toolbar and stuff, right? But then we have a system where sanitizer, different instances can have different controls and stuff like that, right? So in simple words, if I go to Programmer Network, for instance, right? you can see that this is one instance of TipTap, and this one has these extensions enabled. But if I go and write an article, this one has different ones. So basically, I build this systematically in a sense that it's not just one TipTap and you just import that. So there's a bunch of props and a bunch of ways that you can use this. And as you can see, you know, I don't wanna support, let's say, bullet points when you're writing a thought, right? And then as you can see, this is the old implementation. So as you can see, you see like entering a YouTube URL before, I just used like a native in-browser alert, but now we have kind of made that a little bit better with these types of things, etc., right? So that's what we're doing. And yeah, again, this prose mirror API is quite large, right? This is like learning another language almost, right? So that's why using some abstraction like TipTap is awesome, because otherwise you would spend a long time reading a lot of this stuff. It's not rocket science, of course, like everything else, you have to read it and learn it. But as you can see, it's quite a large and extensive documentation, and you know. And then, of course, when you're thinking about the rich text editors, what are they actually? So what is a rich text editor, right? So what is that really fundamentally on a level of, on some abstract level? Well, you know, it's all about, where is my cursor? Is there a selection? It's about marking specific parts of text by something, right? So for instance, if I have something selected and I press bold, well then you have to somehow describe that using JSON, right? So every time when you type in something inside of these editors, so if I do this, right, and I make this bold, this now is represented as a JSON, right? So this is some text node, and this is a mark. That's how they call it, a mark. And this mark probably looks something like this. I mean, we can take a look at that, but usually this is like, it's some JSON. It says like nodes, and then, you know, you have some, almost like an abstract syntax tree, right? And then here you have like mark, you know, I don't know, span, whatever, you get the point, and then, you know, name, bold, whatever. And then text is whatever the plain text is, right? So this is, and then you take this JSON data and then you run it, you turn it into something else, into HTML or whatever, right? So that's fundamentally how most of these relatively solid rich text editors work, right? You know, we had the reactjs before, Facebook then deprecated that, then they started lexical.js. This is what Facebook uses now. And now we're using TipTap, right? I spent so much time with this, then we abandoned it because of fucking Facebook. I tried this lexical, it's full of bugs. This is what Facebook uses now, basically. And as you can see, it has, well, okay, they got a little better, but there's a lot of issues with it. There's a lot of crap, yeah. Anyway, that's basically what we're doing. And we just stabilized this, rewrote this abstraction in TypeScript, and yeah, it's awesome. We need to find the icons. I actually shared, hopefully somebody can help me find the correct icons, because this looks like shit right now. And of course, we have a lot of resources for these icons, where's the icons? Yeah, but it's a little bit difficult to let's search for format. Well, we need headings. We need, you know, pretty much the icons that we found when we took a look at this quill.js, right? So we need basically these icons, right? We need something like this, right? Nick, my friend, good evening. So this is another inspiration, right? We need to find something that cohesively looks good, right? So this is what we need. Something like this, right? All right, so we had this little to do. DT code, what do you mean, buddy? Turns out sound quality on Twitch, YouTube. Lucid icons. Oh, another sub. So, oh, are you saying that sound quality on YouTube is not good? Because I mean, thank you for saying that. I have no idea. I never watched the stream on. So what do you think is better? Should I like put the music down on Twitch or what is it? Where do you think the quality is better? Let me just, because I'm genuinely Jack or Jackie. So got it. Okay. So you know what's the problem, Mida, right? The problem is that nothing specific. Got it. The problem is that I've done this already, right? Like if you go to so many of these icons, like as I just, for example, if I go to let's say what is it called? These icons. This is also a large one. If I type the heading in, right? Or H1, for example, right? And say search all icons. There is a bunch of them indeed. It's just none of them actually look good. Like the ones that we have here now, I found them like that. But you can see my biggest problem is that they differ in size because of the padding, right? So that kind of sucks. So we need to find something that was well built for this use case, right? Like well built. I don't know. Like where is that quill thing? So this thing, I think. So this thing looks good, right? This kind of looks clean because all icons are almost the same size. I don't actually know. Or maybe we could just. I mean, we could, yeah. No, we already did that, Leo. You've been here. These icons, these guys made sure to protect themselves, right? Not these I tried. I mean, we could, but it's too much of an effort time-wise, right? So because what these guys did with these SVGs, they are doing something super strange. You can see that each path has a class name, right? And then let me show you. It's not standard. Look what they did, right? What they did basically, look what happens with these icons if I remove the class names, right? See, like they literally, so I would need to copy their CSS for this crap to work. It's ridiculous, right? Wait, quill.js icon pack. Yeah, but I don't want to do that, right? It makes no sense. Icon set for what? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it doesn't really matter that much, but let's try if you guys get the chance. Look at the icons that GitHub uses. That's an interesting one. Where can I do that? Yeah, but where like no, I mean, I don't think that they don't have a rich text editor. GitHub is using just Markdown, right? So I don't think that they have that, right? Let's take a look at some of my existing PRs. Did anyone? Oh, here they are, right? They look sick. What do you guys think? Do you guys agree with this assessment? But maybe there's something fundamentally also wrong with this thing. Okay, let's actually code a bit, right? Because I think at the end of the day, I think the issue is not just the icons, right? Okay, wait, somebody, DT code. It's familiar as well. I agree. That's a good point. Yeah, Iconify. Actually, this is a good resource because these guys I learned some stuff about. Yeah, this is great. I mean, I have a lot of these resources, right? It's just when I try these things, they don't look particularly good. Material symbols format. Material symbols format. Yeah, for sure. I'm with you, man. I'm with you. I'm definitely with you. All right, you know what? Let's try one thing. So what we're gonna do, maybe what Leo suggested, right? Even though this is just a single heading, right? So yeah, italic. Okay, let's play a little bit. Maybe this design also kind of sucks ass, right? Who knows? I haven't updated this thing in a long time. So let's take a look at this thing. What if we? Where is this toolbar thing? Wait. Tip tap over here, right? Yeah. All right, cool. Ah, never mind. Okay, I see what's happening here. Okay, sure. Okay, what if let's just play with this a little bit, right? Ah, come on, Alex. What if I smack this bad boy here, right? For now. And then we add a little bit of styling to it. So let's see, input header, toolbar. No, I mean, we're not done. We have to play with it, right? Of course it's not good. Of course it's not good. Okay. Of course it's not good. Yeah, fuck that. No, that's not good. Let's see. Material symbols format. Material symbols format. Let's see what these guys are. So this is a singular library, right? Format, material symbols format. Yeah, for sure, Nick. Absolutely, man. All right, so let's try this, right? So we'll definitely never support H1, so we don't really need that. Material symbols format H2. So let's get this bad boy here, and let's say H2. So format, where the hell am I? Louis Gui. So what's up here? Icons. Icon H2. Yeah. And then we're gonna run through the to SVGR, right? So there's this one. The thing is, just to be clear, we need these icons. That the challenge here isn't finding, right? It isn't finding a particular icon. The challenge here is finding the icon set that as a whole looks great in a toolbar, right? With same paddings and all of that crap, right? So that is the main challenge, right? And I think that's why I'm specifically now narrowing down to the same icon set, right? Hoping that this might be it, right? So let's try. And that is very difficult because it's killing me, man. When I see it, it's just details, right? So you could say, who cares, man? Well, you gotta care, right? And then lastly, right, it's this one for the headings. Even though to be honest, I don't even know if we're gonna support all these variants, right? I don't even know if we're gonna support all of these variants, right? All right, cool. Okay, what else do we have? We have italic here. Like, do we have italic? Yeah. So we have this one and rounded. Okay, so we're not gonna be using the rounded variant, right? Beautiful. Okay. What else do we have? We have bullet point, right? So this is unordered list, right? So I think that's how I have it. So icon unordered or UL, right? Icon list, unordered list, yeah. Okay, cool. Current color, and then we have icon list ordered, right? So we have a UL. Do they have it? Yeah, they do have it, right? It's this one, okay? So let's get over here. Let's do this, right? Let's see. There's a quote, right? We need a quote as well. Yep. All right, let's stop there for a second. Let's go to let's close a bunch of this crap here. Let's go to prettier, right? I just need to do one thing, and I'm gonna build these icons using SVGR, right? So I'm gonna actually close this crap. I'm gonna go to Programmer Network GUI, and I'm gonna say build icons, right? We're gonna run this. We're gonna turn these SVGs into React components, right? And then I'm gonna format this just in case. All right, that's cool. All right, let's go here. Okay, that's cool. Let's see. Give me a second. So if I go to toolbar icons, then we actually go over here, and then we go a little bit down. Did we change the bold one though? This doesn't look like the new bold, does it? No, actually we didn't. No, we didn't. Okay. So we need to do that as well. We cannot do that, Leo, because it's going to be too aggressive. It's going to be too purple, right? Of course I can try it. If you want if you want me to try, of course I can try it, but that's not going to be good, no. But can I try it? Of course. Absolutely. Of course I can. I think it's going to be too aggressive, but you know what? I mean, of course we can try it. Then maybe it's not going to be that terrible actually after all. So let's say here text BG. No, it's not ugly. Wait, be patient. It's not ugly. Wait. We need more work, right? So it's not ugly. Let's wait. DT code, bring some for us as well, man. Thank you very much, man. There we go. So this is not that terrible, right? I think, yeah, I think we're getting somewhere, right? I mean, now we have to change there, right? No, this is not terrible. No. Shut up. You're just jelly. You're just jelly. You're just jelly, play one game. You're just so jelly. And you know it. This is not terrible, right? The inconsistency with it and the size is sure, but it's not terrible. You're just jelly, okay? Jelly with the big belly. I think that that play one game is just jelly. That's all. There is an alternative, right? There is an alternative. Bear with me. The alternative is that we do something like this, right? So alternative is that we put all of the alternative is that we put all of the typography related stuff in a crap like this, right? In like a drop down or some shit like that, right? Yeah, we will, Leo. I mean, wait. We're doing it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. jelly. They're big, you know, because I zoomed in by like 400 times, right? They're not that big, you know. I just have to zoom in so we can see this. They're not big, right? I zoomed in. All right, let's try something. Wait. It's hard, man. Design is very hard, right? And not to mention this is, oh, yeah, okay. Let's try one alternative here. Let's try one alternative here. What do you think about this gray thing? What if our editor isn't actually primary color? What if it's just gray? And if we go basically to this value, let's see how they did it here. So we can see they have a heading. Wait, let's use this as an inspiration, right? Can you zoom out? Yeah. I think it's interesting. I definitely think it's interesting. But yeah, we need to now narrow down these icons. They're so hard, man. It's so fucking hard, man. Because they have, and it's the same icon set. That's the irony, right? It's the absolutely same icon set, right? Crazy shit, dude. Okay, give me a second here. Wait, I just need to test something. Okay, so it actually does work. Okay, great. Bear with me, bear with me. What the hell is that music, man? What is that crap? Papa Roach, man. I'm not like 8 years old, man. Come on, dude. Jesus Christ, man. Fuck's sake. All right. Where were we? Okay. It seems that we have to adjust these icons. Basically, we need to be specific about some. Are two songs playing now at the same time? Is that what you're saying? What's happening, man? Something's off. Wait, something got fucked up. Wait. Something got messed up. Give me a second. Dude, what's happening? Is somebody trolling me, man? The fuck is going on, bro? Oh my god, this crap is playing for like 8 minutes, man. Jesus Christ, man. Who puts... Alright, alright. Limao. 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 I'm a boomer. I don't know the language of a 6 years old. Limao. 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 Boomer. I'm a boomer. Baumer. I'm a baumer. No, shit, that's not what I wanted, bro. Also not what I wanted. Cool, alright. Okay, we're getting there, I think. That's we're getting there. We're getting there. Where is this? Where were we? Yeah, I think that's getting great. Why did you remove the chat from the screen? Because this annoying guy, Leo, he asked me to. I think that's a very good point. Leo, bastard. Why did you make me do that, man? Like, because people on YouTube, they can't read the chat. Such an annoying guy, man. Why do I listen to him? Why do I listen to him? Because people on YouTube are like completely confused. Who am I talking to? Is it good now? Is it good now? Can you see it? Leo, fucking bastard. My pleasure, Crystal, man. Thank you for asking for it. Shut up. Can I make it smaller, YouTube? Can I make it smaller? Can I make it smaller? Let's see what the internet says, Leo. You will not bully me, Leo. You're not my father, Leo. Okay, bro? You're not my dad. You're not my dad, Leo. All right, bro. Go for it. Okay. Is this fine? Is it readable? Is this readable? Look, my real life friend is trolling me now. Is this okay? All right, cool. I'm not reducing it more. Beautiful. Cool. Okay, so now the icons are kinda almost good, right? Would you guys agree? What do you think about this? Everything's okay when you eat your up. Agreed. Agreed. Good evening, Big Yo. It's a. I mean, which class names are really long? I mean, that is fine, right? There's nothing wrong with this. That is the nature of utility-based CSS class-based style, right? So I don't find that as a negative thing, right? That's why we're building reusable components, right? So fundamentally, we will not look at these things, right? Decrease my beautiful face? How dare you? You just broke my heart, man. I thought that you guys are coming literally to this stream just to look at my face. Unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable. I knew that everybody here is coming just because I look so great. And now I hear this. Is this better? How dare you? How dare you offend me like that? I thought that everybody was coming here because I'm so good looking, and now the truth came. I mean, you guys have to figure out what can you spend these points on, right? As I said, especially those of you who have a lot of these points, I'm always happy to jump on a call with you and help you with your work. Give you a mentoring session or whatever. So I think I wanna, as this stream is about, it's about providing value to people rather than giving you some fucking useless emojis or some 14 years old game or some crap like that, right? So as I said to both you, Play One Game and Leo, if you need any help ever, well, just let me know, man. And I'm here for you. Give me just 1 second because I want to see now when I zoom out actually this thing when it's... Okay, so let's try one thing here. My pleasure, man, seriously. If you need any help, I'm here, always. I mean, I appreciate you guys being here almost every night with me, so that's the least I can do, man. That's the least I can do. And we're not down that road. The website is working. I mean, if you mean programmer network, I'm pretty sure it's working, yeah. But let's take a look. Maybe something went to shit. Wait, I need to... But yeah, if I go there, everything seems fine. Yeah. I don't know. Let's take a look at that. I need to go to Cloudflare and just whitelist my IP, right? Do you better me when I'm gone? Do you teach me while I'm here? No, I don't see any errors, so I'm pretty sure that... So there was some validation error. Let's take a look at our API controller. Let's go to our API code base. Users controller line 4 of 5. Okay, so somebody tried to maybe make an account without providing any tags. So no, but I don't see any errors. So signing up should be working properly. Yeah, I don't see a problem with that right now. Well, yeah, when you sign up, you have to complete your profile. Yes, so you need to kind of, you need to choose your username. You need to choose your country and stuff. But you don't have to choose anything. You can just you just have to yeah, you can also enable this an anonymous mode that I've created, right? So those people who don't want to provide their details, they can just not do that, right? But yeah, I don't actually see that any of you have actually signed up today. At least I don't see you here. So it seems that some of you haven't actually completed your profiles. Because if you go to /programmers, right? Here, this is the last person that actually successfully signed up was a couple of days ago. I'm currently undertaking my own SaaS app. Are you creating this app for a while now? I mean, building a social platform like this alone is incredibly complex, right? That's a huge task. There's so many things, from security, infrastructure, front and back end design, user experience, right? So first and probably most important lesson is that it's not easy, right? I mean, again, I do this as a hobby. The whole platform has been built, of course, inside of this stream. So if I had the full time to work on this, it would be different, right? But understanding first and foremost that it's not an easy task. It's one thing is building a Netflix clone by following some tutorial that nobody will ever use, and another thing is building something that people use, right? So I would say the biggest lesson for me is just build every day. Don't get euphoric too much and then think that you're gonna do this quickly. Show up every day, build things, and I think that's probably the best lesson. The thing is, okay, let's take a look at that. The thing is, look, let me just, yeah, give me a second. Am I running, wait, let me run these services and let me help you. Okay, wait. Let me open the program network locally. All right, so let me show you. Let's debug this together. I mean, if there is an issue, I would love to know, really. I hope not, but let's see. So what I'm actually going to do now is I'm going to go to my database, and I'm going to ensure that my local user isn't signed up. Okay, before you do that, just look at my screen for a second. So let's just say here, okay, sorry. So let me just remove my own username. So look, this is what I would expect you to see. So when you sign up, only you're gonna see this, something like this. Then you'll have to actually, I see that I need to push some of these things. You're gonna read this, and then you click create a profile. You're gonna choose your username here. You can choose this if you don't want to share these details. You can just say, hey, I don't want to share these details, and then start your journey. That's what you should basically see. You're seeing something different. Which browser are you using? And have you tried clearing your cache? But don't do it yet. Let's see actually what the problem is. Chrome. Okay, that should be working properly then. Yeah. Okay, got it. Well, if you get a chance, then please record it. That's like top priority. Top priority. And I don't see anything in the logs, which is like I would see like if the API is failing. So it seems to be a client type of issue. Have you by any chance long ago maybe come to Programmer Network and haven't been visiting the site? Maybe you even have a service worker. Maybe you even have a very old service worker in case you maybe found my stream long ago, or was this the first time? If you go to the application, okay, so that is then the issue. That is the issue. If you go to service workers here, if you inspect the page, Programmer Network, you go to application and service workers, do you see a service worker? Because if you see a service worker, you've been on this site so long ago that there have been so many changes, right? I'm sure that if you try clearing your cache or whatever, or trying to log in incognito, yeah, that's your problem, yeah. So you basically visited the platform like, I don't know, half a year ago or something like that, right? So that is the problem. Because the service worker, I removed that. Yep, exactly. So you are super hard cached, right? So you have a version that's very old, and also, so you need to unregister. You need to basically clear the service worker, yeah. I feel you there. I put the work in each day and try to focus on incremental steps instead of focusing on the bigger picture as it. Okay, wait. Let me just copy your question because it's such a good subject. Yeah. Okay. So I think so this is great, right? I think I feel you, right? So this is great, right? I agree 100%. I think in order to succeed in anything in life, with or without luck, continuity, consistency is the crucial, right? I think, as I always was saying in the stream, motivation is obviously overrated. You cannot expect yourself to be motivated all the time. That's impossible. This is what entrepreneurship is. This is what being entrepreneur means, right? So I don't think that you should feel this, right? Because everybody feels this, right? I mean, as long as you're not putting your hard-earned savings, putting your family at risk and stuff like that, nobody knows. If anybody could build a product and know if there's a market for it, then everybody would be millionaires, right? Luck is a big part of something, yeah, for sure, right? But you definitely, if you want to build something that and fail as quickly as possible, then you want to do everything opposite of what I did with Programmer Network, right? You want to, I mean, the thing is this. Look, this is the thing, right? A lot of people underestimate the verbal part of the product. So if you have an idea for a SaaS product, before you actually start building it, how about you just make few calls? Make few calls, make Google Forms, send that questionnaire to some friends, put it on LinkedIn. I mean, there's a lot of stuff you can do before you start building something, right? Because it's impossible if you're starting to build something, but you haven't discovered that there is a problem. You should definitely not do that, right? So in simple words, you already have to know this before you start building. You cannot discover this after you start building. You discover a problem, then you build a product that solves it, not vice versa. You don't build a product and then look for the market to sell it, right? That's you already are setting yourself up for a huge failure, right? So it has to be the opposite. You, by accident, working at your everyday job, you realize that, hey, well, there is a problem in here. I've seen the problem. And then you start solving it, right? Not vice versa. If you're just building and then thinking about this as a side effect, that's not good, right? So this should be here in your message. So this message should have started, I've discovered this problem X by, blah, blah, blah. I have a solution Y. I have a solution Y. This is my MVP and a roadmap for next 3 months on how to achieve it, right? Then I will talk to this list of customers, audience in the next 3 weeks, right? So you have a problem, you have some solution that's unique maybe, you set some timeline, you quickly get the MVP out, see if there's any traction, and then if it isn't, you fail. But you fail very quickly, right? So that's the path to building startups, right? All right, sorry. Okay, I think I will make a video on this which will be helpful as common problems or something. Like the one you can repost and then the next time someone is getting this issue. Absolutely, man, that would be amazing. That would be amazing. Please do. The biggest problem with that, my pleasure, man, my pleasure. Please build things. There's nothing more wonderful than don't give up. I can tell you that Programmer Network, I built this platform because I need closure on this. I'm going to spend probably 2 more years building this. Is it going to become something? I don't actually care because I wanted to do this for such a long time. And I'm now building this because I needed closure. Because even if it never becomes anything, I will know that I did it, right? So I will not have regrets in my life. So make sure that if you want to build something, don't be obsessed by success. Don't be obsessed by money. Because again, if you're like me, just having fun, you're passionate, you're building this because you love it, that's fine, man. Don't get pressured by society, pressured by anybody. Try to build it. What can go wrong? If you don't sell it, what happened? You learned a lot. You know you're now suddenly better at building the next thing. You're going to then build next thing. Will it fail? Maybe. But then you're going to be even better. And as you build these products, right? I mean, even Elon Musk and those billionaires today, they failed 20 times initially. And then they succeeded eventually with something. So you need to fail a couple of times in order to succeed, right? So don't be too cautious. Don't overthink. Procrastination in our industry is the biggest enemy of people. That's why nobody ever builds anything, because everybody is just theorizing about potential outcomes. Instead of wasting time on predicting outcomes, and nobody can do that. If people, again, could do that, everybody would be rich. Build it step by step, day by day, and there's literally, you cannot lose. You will learn so much along the way. You're going to have fun. And then the next time, you're not going to make the same mistakes, and the time after, and the time after. And it's amazing, right? So fuck money and interest. I mean, it's of course that at one point, you need to kind of stop yourself, right? But you cannot expect success without putting in some effort at least, right? So just build. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. As I always say, the talk is very cheap, right? Everybody can talk, but very few can actually build things, right? Okay. No, this is I open source this. So generally the programmer network project is not fully open source, but I did open source a bunch of different repositories, right? So you can find the organization here, and this specific thing that we're building now is Yale. It's this component library that I built. You can also find it at you can also find the storybook here. Oh, let's play No, absolutely not, Leo. There's no sense in that. We don't need a system like, we're not going to be storing your posts, on your local computer. And I mean, after all, you already have that, right? You already have a desktop app. You can click here in the browser, and here's your desktop app, right? But why would you need a desktop app for Programmer Network? What would that do? Well, yeah, that's true. That's true, Nick. Yes. I mean, you can already put this to your Windows startup as well, technically now, right? You can already do that, right? But if you remember, we need to release the mobile apps. So we got very far with Android, and then I just stopped, or I didn't stream for some time, right? Yeah, you did, Nick, and it's primarily because it would be super. I mean, the thing is, look, when I started this stream, I started this just for your information. I started building this platform because my dream, to say, was to build this with the community. The idea of Programmer Network isn't for me to build it and get rich. The idea is that we build a platform that people might end up using eventually. And how awesome would it be that the platform itself is maintained by its users, both in a financial way. I mean, you have people subscribe, for $5, $3, whatever, and the platform pays for itself, right? So the idea here is really just building something that people not just use, but they contribute to. The platform is a living organism, right? And then, of course, the next upcoming tasks that we have are going to be related to this distributed, right? We're going to be using Nostr. So the idea is that we distribute this, decentralize it, right? So we're going to use decentralized protocols, So for example, we're going to implement, let's say, chat, but we're going to use decentralized protocols. So when you send your chat messages, they are not going to AWS servers, GCP, but they're going to those relays. So for example, Nostr has these relays, and these relays are, anybody can be a relay. You can set up a relay at your own home, right? And then we're gonna also, I really want to use this activity pub. Activity pub basically is a decentralized protocol suggested by V3C committee, by the official web committee, right? And so this is going to be super cool. I'm actually looking forward to the streams when we start doing this. And also we're going to set up a Nostr relay here. If you guys remember, I have a Raspberry Pi cluster here. So I have a cluster where I want to actually also be a relay, right? So I want to be one of the relays here in Denmark because I have actually, I don't know if my camera is turned on now, but I have a little rack here. So it's going to be awesome, I think, and 100% we're going to do this. No doubt about that. Of course, I have very limited time with this stream, but as with everything else, I have no doubts we're going to 100% implement it. It's just going to take a while because, yeah, if I could work on this with this full time, that would be different, but, I can't. So what can you do? That's how it is, right? Okay, what did I want to do? I just want to try something. What do you think about this gray thing? What do you think? I mean, I think icons don't look bad anymore. Okay, can we agree that these icons are not looking bad anymore? What do you guys think? Let's just round this up because I'm a little bit sick of this crap now. So, would you guys say now that the icons are kinda okay? Actually, more than okay. I actually like them now. Can I get some, like... Can I get more... Let's get more input from everybody. I just want to know... I don't think that it looks bad. Actually, there's one thing that I think we should do. Wait a minute. Wait. I think there's one problem that I see now. Wait. Where is italic? Yeah, I think italic should be... Because the order of these icons... No, not italic, sorry. Link. I just need your input, guys, on this now that we can... I don't think it looks bad, right? What do you guys think? I mean, I don't know about the gray. I'm not sure about the gray either. But I'm talking about the icons. Not sure about the gray. Yeah, if you guys can vote, Leo has started the poll. I would appreciate it very much. Yeah, Leo, next time, create a poll for like 3 seconds. Okay, make them for like 3 seconds. Perfect is the enemy. Agreed. It's just, okay, now... What about this? I think this is even worse. Would you agree that this is worse? If I zoom in, I think this is worse. This is better? I think this is worse, actually. I think it's too aggressive. It is zoomed out fully. Wait, bear with me. What do you think? I think gray is better. But let me shut the fuck up. I shouldn't have said that. Alright, there's a poll if you guys... Highest revenue. So the biggest problem, is this, guys. Just so you understand why we have slight limitation, right? On Programmer Network, if you go to production, we support this theme builder. So I build this theme builder where you can build your any theme that you like on this platform, right? It's infinite. I mean, with these 3 colors, right? So now I can save this, right? So the problem is that because of the theme builder, right? I need to be very specific with these colors, right? Right. So basically what I'm trying to say is that I have to use one of these 3 colors that the platform supports, right? So I can't just make this white because somebody might create their own theme which is white, right? Like you can do this, bam, text black. Now you have your own theme which is red, right? So I don't know, fuck, 5 people voted. 50-50. Yeah, man. I mean, well, first of all, thank you for that, saying that. It's again very limited amount of time, right? So it's kind of yeah. But it's as I always say, as I try to say, I always put money where my mouth is. You just need to make progress incrementally, right? I mean, you know, I have a kid and a wife and a full-time job, so I can do just as much in these streams as possible, right? But yeah, it's definitely moving somewhere, right? And it will be moving. Thank you very much. Actually, there's a lot that I didn't push, so hopefully in a couple of days we're gonna push the new editor and stuff like that, right? At the Dream Data, we there's a lot of stuff we use. We use Go, we use Node.js and Fastify, React. We use a lot of GCP services like for machine learning, and we use BigQuery. We use Vertex AI and a lot of other things. Yes, I do. I use my own auth 369. I use my own auth because. Let me tell you why. Just I always like to elaborate things when people ask me, so you don't get a wrong impression. Let me show you why. Look. So for example, one can say, "Hey Alex, why would you use your own auth when you can, let's say, use auth0.com, right?" Well, auth0 is very expensive for a project that doesn't make money, right? So look at this. So auth0 basically starts at $35 a month, right? But then once you increase this little thing to 1,000 users. It's $1,000. It's at $70, $175, $350. To put it in perspective for you, the cost of running everything right now, the Programmer Network, is maybe $40 or $50, right? So this thing would eventually cost more than the bill that pays for hosting and everything else, right? So. And if you're a business, right? So just to be clear, if you're a business, you, not even in insanity, you want to do your own authentication, right? Because of GDPR laws, because of security, because of so many things, right? So if you're a business, operating business, that a startup, established company, you clearly want to use something like auth0, right? Okta is $1 billion company, right? I actually spoke to these guys recently at Dream Data, because at Dream Data where I work, we use auth0, right? And this thing has user management. It provides business to business types of, it provides certain strategies that any serious business, large business company would want, like Okta login, Azure and Microsoft login, and a lot of these things, right? But for a platform like ours, even if we didn't have to pay for auth0, 95% of these features are a huge overkill, right? Because we don't really need a lot of these things that this service offers. And this service offers a lot. They offer actions, rules, Do you know of cheaper alternative? Not really, no. I think there is another alternative, but I think, yeah, I don't know. I mean, again, these are really serious services that you would want to use if you have operating business, right? If you don't have an operating business, you can implement your own authentication, like probably in like 1 or 2 days of work. I mean, when I built programming network authentication, I built on the stream, right? So you can see on programming network, if you want to sign up, you can sign up using GitHub, using Twitch, using LinkedIn, using username. So I built all of this using, basic JSON Web Token module, right? JVT, and using Fastify JVT as well, right? And of course, creating manually these apps. So it's not that difficult, right? You need to create a GitHub app, Twitch app. And of course, yeah, I don't depend on third-party like redirects and stuff like that because everything works. So you also get a lot more customizability going with your own solution. But going with your own solution, of course, well, you have to maintain it. You have to, right, do all of these things, right? So there's a trade-off. There's clearly a trade-off. I can tell you from my experience working with businesses and working in my current company that these guys are not messing around. They're expensive, right? So, and this is, as I said before in my stream, this is called COGS, right? And you have to, ADM, good evening, buddy. You have to think about COGS, right? COGS is a term that you're going to usually hear from your CTO, from your CEO, and it stands for costs of goods sold. So in simple words, if you want to be competitive on the market, you have to find a balance between, for example, in this context, products that you're paying for, because every time when you paid for a third-party service, because of that additional cost, you have to increase the cost of your own product to neutralize that, right? So in simple words, like it can be very easy to just say, why build our own, let's just use something. And that's in many cases true. But in many cases, you're going to increase this COGS, which means with every additional service that you as a business have to pay for, you have to adjust your pricing to cover for these additional costs, which means your product is no longer as competitive because the pricing has increased, right? So of course, this is not to say build everything yourself, absolutely not. But this is to say you have to find the balance between the services that you build yourself at a certain time of the company and the services that you're willing to pay for, right? Yeah, 369, it's very simple, incredibly simple. So for example, if for example, programming network was a profitable service, what you do basically, you use Auth0 API, you write a migration script, you take your accounts that you existingly have, you migrate them to Auth0, and then implementation of Auth0 takes an hour, right? So because Auth0, literally you just download their SDK, you install it, you set it up with the token and stuff like that, etc., 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 right? Yeah, so as I said, don't forget about COGS. Don't remember about COGS because it's a balance between not being too relaxed about just paying for everything, but also not being stupid to try and build everything. Because building things also takes money, takes time, takes resources, etc., 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 right? Cassie, my friend, good evening. Good, my friend, good. Just hacking away. Just hacking away. What about yourself? How was your work? Yeah, I think this is very generous, right? This is generous, right? It's gonna take a long time until one has 10,000 users, right? Yeah, I think this is generous, right? It seems generous. Same, Cassie. Tomorrow we have so here in Copenhagen we have this month we have the Copenhagen Light Festival. So it's all around the town. Actually, now when I was biking from work, I saw these lasers, and it was so awesome, man. We have these lasers now all over. Actually, I was biking over this bridge tonight, and tomorrow we're gonna go also with a kid and with my kid and my wife, and we're just gonna check. Every year we have this festival, and it's so beautiful, man. So we're gonna. So you see, so we're going basically tomorrow to. It's just the light effect. So it's called. You can see it's a Copenhagen Light Festival from 2nd to 25th of February, right? Man, I was biking from work around 5 p.m. Quarter past 5, and dude, the snow was hitting me in the face, and but these lasers, actually, I haven't seen these lasers before. This is the first time they put them like, and it was so cool, man. Like, yeah, these, because they have it set on these towers, right? I don't know how they actually did it. It looks crazy, yeah. And I was biking. This is where my work is. Like, well, actually, the opposite side. See, like, super awesome. So cool, man. So I'm gonna take some videos for you guys tomorrow, actually, when I go with my wife and kid. I think that's gonna be... Fuck, there's a family light run. When is this? Shit, man, I might join this. When is this? Wait. Yeah, but I can't. It's February 18th. Man, I might actually join this. Shit, I need to send this to a friend. I might join this. It's just 3 kilometers run. That's hilarious. Okay, well, that's what it is. I can read some Danish, yeah. I mean, not perfectly, but yeah, I can, for sure. All right, so what I'm actually going to do with these changes so far, and we have too many, honestly. Why do we have 44 changes? Okay, it's because of the icons, right? Yeah. Okay, let's kind of smack this. Yeah, I mean, that is the problem. You know, when you move to Denmark, the hardest thing with learning Danish is that everybody speaks perfect English. So you almost have no incentive to do it, right? That is the most difficult thing, right? You can meet a 4-year-old child or 75 years old, a lady or a gentleman, and everybody speaks awesome language, right? So it's crazy. Why would you want to learn it? I mean, I think it's very natural to learn a language in a country where you live, right? I think it's you feel like you will really always feel like an immigrant if you don't learn the language, right? So I think it's very, I think mentally for one is mentally it's very important, right? To well, I mean, we speak Serbian at home. I mean, with my kid, my kid speaks Danish because he was born here, right? But we're not gonna take away a free language. I mean, you know, when you learn one Slavic language, right, you can understand like 300 million people suddenly extra, right? So of course that we're not speaking in Danish to him, right? But he speaks English. He's almost 5 and he speaks 3 languages more or less flawlessly already. Kids are like super smart, man. Kids are super smart, dude. No, he is not smart. All the kids are smart. All the kids are smart. I hate saying my kid is smart. My kid is as smart as any other kid. So I think it's just kids absorb these things incredibly. No. I think look, it's, let's face it. If you come to someone else's country, the basic thing you can do for the country and yourself is learn the language. That's not rocket science, right? You cannot live in a country and not know the language. It makes absolutely no sense unless you came temporarily for like your PhD or some scientific project for a year or so. That's fine. But if you intend to live somewhere, then not learning the language, it's ridiculous, right? And disrespectful as well. And it won't help anybody, right? So it's kind of it's just how it is, right? No, man, I love Scandinavia. I've been living in Scandinavia almost half of my life now, and it's the best place on earth for me and my family, of course, by far. No question about that. Just a beautiful place. Beautiful place. Well, most of my family lives in the US. My brother, like my family, everybody except my parents live in the US for like almost 35, 40 years now. I'm never considering US because that lifestyle isn't something that I seek for. No, I mean, United States is a great country with great people, hardworking people, etc., etc. It's just, it's also a deeply, concerningly highly capitalistic system with no regard to anyone or anything other than money is the king in the US. And, for those who like that, more power to them. They can go and do that, right? I respect the people's choices if they... I don't want that, right? Strike on bra. Neo, good evening, guys. No. I mean, look, everyone to their own, right? Or whatever you say it. That's the beauty of this planet. Everybody can almost... Well, not everybody. Some people are not that fortunate, but there's so many places we can live at, and it's up to us to choose. I have my own values, and somebody else has their own values, and yeah, I love... I'm not a huge... I think you can... I advise you to watch capitalism. We don't live in capitalism anymore. We live in a feudalistic system, the system that we lived before communism in. This is no longer capitalism. Now it's feudalism. You have few corporations on this planet. Basically, they bought up everything and everyone. And capitalism is a beautiful system once it lasted, once it worked. Capitalism no longer works because it died. Capitalism doesn't exist anymore. It's feudalism now, and you have a small hand of people, right? I don't know how you spell that in English, but yeah. So you can read about... I mean, you must have learned about feudalism in school. I hope you did. But if you read about basics terminology of feudalism, you'll notice that I'm actually right. That is how we fundamentally live today. You have a bunch of hugely successful, hyper-successful corporations pretty much controlling everything, right? Buying off companies and then closing them down, owning basically everything. And that is just where capitalism, right? That is just where capitalism went, right? And it no longer works. It died, right? It was beautiful, like any other system. Every system works until it doesn't. It was the same with socialism. It was the same with capitalism, with communism. You know, it works and then it no longer does work, right? And you need to change it. You need to do something about it, right? Auto wrap feature for article content. I think it works. What do you mean? And yeah, I definitely support. I mean, I work to live, not to live to work, right? Because at the end of the day, you're not going to work because you want to die there. You're going there so you can improve your existing life, right? Okay, let's go to storybook trim data. No, that's the wrong one. Jesus Christ, man. So if we go to tip tap over here, right? Yeah, it's definitely different. Oh, I think, shit, man, why is this? I think you, I mean, yes and no, TDI, yes and no, right? I think working hard and working smart are not necessarily always the same thing, right? And why the hell is highlighting not working, right? But yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter, man. I mean, one shouldn't get horny about titles. Title is just sort of a way to show appreciation to someone's efforts, right? All of these titles come with experience, right? They don't by no means reflect some sort of a higher intelligence of any kind. Right? I've been doing this same shit for so many years that it's just literally how it is, not to be. Oh yeah. So you're absolutely right. So we're missing break words, right? And yes, you can maliciously do that now because what you're basically saying is like, if you write one huge word, right, this is gonna happen, and you're right. Yeah. We just need to add break words, right? We had it at one point, but I was cleaning up some stuff, and basically that's why we no longer have it. Buffer overflow, exactly. I'm using dark modern theme with the background. So it's a default. It's the theme that comes with the VS Code, and then this is the font, and this is the background, basically. And if you want my theme, actually, I can also give you that, right? And that is the image. Yeah, there you have it. There you have it. Okay, fellas, so this now works. I'll need to obviously install it. Website pin died, yeah. Let's the message is already pinned, yeah. So I'll need to sleep a little bit over this and see if this is kind of what I want. But I think, yeah, it's a lot awesomer than it was, without a doubt. I think the main question though now, right, is like, after I implemented this modal, is like, what is the actual purpose of this modal, right? Like, yeah, for sure, Leo. But I don't actually, now when I think about the user experience, there's actually literally, this modal is completely useless. We should just trigger this native file selector. So when you click on an image, we should really just trigger this, right? So let's just write that down, right? when image icon is clicked, trigger image dialog instead of opening a new dialog component. No, but you can't. That's the thing. That this is not like a file zone or whatever is it called, right? Well, it's just that we haven't implemented it. So right now it's not, right? All right, cool. That's great. Yeah, we'll need to kind of think a little bit about it, right? Let me see what else could we do about this. Yeah, and basically what I need to do, I'll do that off stream, but I need to enable basically every single potential extension we have and then adjust these icons. But I think the icons are a lot better now. So that's awesome, right? I think that's great. I mean, it's for sure better than it was. Is it super amazing? I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe yes. Who knows? Let me just close a bunch of this crap here. Prose mirror tooltip. All right, cool. Let's go to our backlog. Actually, before we round up the stream, right, let me just do something for fun, something a little bit different, right? Because I wanted to create these two new things for my Twitch overlays, right? So let's just do that very quickly. Because I built those existing ones, I just realized that it would be good to kind of get more people to sign up, because a lot of people don't even know. So what I'm actually going to do now is I'm going to open this thing in Photopea, right? Photopea is this thing. It's like a free version of Photoshop, right? My pleasure, guys. My pleasure, man. All right, so what I'm actually going to do, what I wanted to do is something like this. Stream is starting, whatever. And then what I want to do is I want to add some, wait, let me just zoom in. I just want to do something like this, right? I'm going to say HTTPS programmer.network. Man, I would appreciate that so much. Just community getting involved a bit more and building stuff. That would be fantastic, man. Like, thank you. Come on, dude. What is going on, man? Seriously. I don't fucking know, man. I just realized that I had to do this as well. I just don't know how. I don't know how I want this crap to look like, right? I don't know if it's clear to people that programmer.network is a domain. It's kind of irony. It's an amazing domain and also a super confusing one, right? I think a lot of people don't realize that. That's kind of crazy. Yeah, I actually don't care. I think this is more than good. Wait a minute. Yeah, that's so weird. I need to take a look at the DNS records. Why is that actually happening? All right, who cares? Let's just export this. What do you think about MERN stack? Well, depending for what, you need to be more specific, right? Depending for what, there's no such thing as a stack. A stack is a useless word that doesn't really describe much. So you need to kind of be more specific, right? Because a stack is a term that just combines technologies which have nothing to do with each other fundamentally, right? So oh, dude. Yeah, because stack is a useless term, right? And you cannot use that term to define how you perform your programming duties, right? Because you cannot use the same database for every problem, nor you can use every language for the same problem, right? So that is like saying I just want to be a doctor and cure people, right? Depending what these websites are, what is the data model, what is the necessity for the data model, what type of database do you need, right? So if you want to build simple things, you can use, yeah. You can check it out yourself, Leo. You can just check it out yourself. Wait, I'll send it to you. Direct link, right? I mean, it's sly, right? Gitpod. I have not heard about it. I'm actually looking at it right now. Always ready to code. Uh, I mean, I've been using Vagrant and many of these tools over the years, right? I've been using Vagrant and I've been using Docker and Docker Compose for development as well. The thing is, you need these types of tools, right, when you have a large organization. When you start working with, let's say, at least 50 to 100 developers minimum, you need these types of tools, right? You need to automate, you need to improve the onboarding, you need to improve the developer experience. I'm fully with you, right? Vagrant, for example, is the oldest. Oh, nice. Okay. Okay, interesting. I've never seen this, to be very frank with you. First time I hear about this. Who is Theo, Chica? So yeah, but heard about cal.com. Let me see it. No, I don't think so. No. Super overfamed influencer. I see. Yeah, that's why I haven't heard. Got it. So I think my biggest problem. So thank you for sharing these links. The biggest problem, right? So I think one of the biggest dangers of the product development for our generation, the future, is going to be an absolute overflow of these applications, right? I think it's very problematic because there's so many of these tools right now that solve so many of these problems, but some of these problems are so fundamentally neglectable in most cases that the overhead that you create by using so many of these tools becomes impossible to manage. Because there's so many, like for example, this thing that you just shared, I bet that this is a great product, that it does something. I bet that I can see the website is great, the UX looks great, right? But for every of these small problems we have, there's so many of these tools, and then eventually you're going to go from, I think the time is going to come when we will simply go from using so many of these tools to using none of them, because people are going to get exhausted from setting up so much stuff and thinking about it and paying for it, because I bet that this is paid monthly. Yes. So you're going to need, you're going to have like a $300 bill every month for every employee because they're using Calendly, this, that, X, Y, Z, right? And yeah, I mean, is this really a problem, right? What the fuck? Oh my god, look at this guy. Jesus Christ, man. This guy's codes in every language that was ever made. Oh my lord. This is amazing, man. This guy codes in more languages that I know English words. C, C++, C, CSS3, HTML, Java, JavaScript, Python, R, Vercel, SQL, Redis, MySQL, GitHub, Django. Oh, dude. Oh my fucking god, man. Let's hire this guy instantly. This guy is a prodigy. Oh my God, man. Fast API, Flask, Google Cloud, Postgres, Kubernetes, Git, Linux, Prezi, Notion, TensorFlow, Pandas, NumPy, Keras, Canva, Figma, Adobe Lightning, Electron, Django, GitHub, React, MySQL. Dude, let's instantly hire this guy and give him 1 million a day. Look at this, Figma, C++, Figma, C, Google Cloud, JavaScript, Python, Notion, Prezi, Kubernetes, Postman, Canva. There's no correlation between these tools in any way. Oh my God. Total styles earned 1. Total contribution 255. Oh my Lord. What a genius. Let's see. This is a prodigy. Look at this guy. I'm currently working ecosystem and chess with MinMaxBot. I'm looking to collaborate machine learning, cryptography, algorithm-based projects. Seeing help with mobile, Android development, Web3 ecosystem. Currently learning prompt engineering, quantum computing with cryptocurrency. Jesus Christ. Ask me about Java development, machine learning, and microservices data science. Fun fact, I'm into astrophysics and computational physics. Beautiful. Jesus Christ, man. I feel dumb like fuck now. Part of what makes programming difficult is most of the time we're doing stuff we've never done before. Douglas Crockford. Alright, never mind. Just felt like trolling somebody a little bit. As I always say, I've hired developers past decade, and I can tell you that if I would see a CV like this, I would not read it. I would never read this. When I see this sort of stuff, look, not when I see it, when any even remotely experienced engineer sees this type of stuff, they just move on. There is no person that knows C, C++, Java, JavaScript, Node.js, Rust, GCP, Kubernetes. Such person literally doesn't exist in the universe and never will exist. That's absolutely impossible. There's no, if you live 6 lifetimes just writing code, right, you're not going to learn that, right? And any reasonable individual, right, knows this. Okay, so let me review your CV, right? So does it look good? Absolutely. Your picture is nice. You put some effort in here, right? The biggest problem is when I read this is that I don't actually know what it is that you want to do and what it is that I would hire you for, right? Sorry. You can't, yeah. So the biggest problem, right? Look, you're saying I'm currently learning Redis, TCP servers. This is a very general, too broad thing, right? I guess you're learning about HTTP and stuff like that. Next.js, so some Rust. These things are not related, right? So my biggest problem is that if I would want to hire somebody, right, I actually wouldn't know what it is that you're doing, what it is that, right? And that is the problem, right? You put all of these things here, right? It's unclear which one of these things can somebody get you on board very quickly. That's the problem, right? So for example, you say Django and Docker and Figma, but what level of this? Each one of these tools require years to master, right? So if you're saying here, these are the things that I tried, couple of times, maybe I built something with them, that's fair enough. Then, but when it comes to finding a job, nobody cares about what you've tried. Past 20 years, I've tried 500 different languages, right? Not literally, but you get the point. But when I'm applying for a job, nobody cares what I tried. People care what I can actually provide value with, what I can bring to the table, right? So when I look at this, I don't know what you're actually doing. Are you writing Node.js? Are you writing React? Are you writing Python? Because you're clearly not doing all of this. There's no chance that you're doing all of this, right? So you have to kind of, if you want to be more, put yourself in a place where somebody can actually see this is the person that we want. You need to provide what it is that you're actually, not just where you can provide value, but what it is that you actually want to do. Do you want to build websites? Do you want to build Linux kernels? Do you want to build user interfaces? Because out of this, I'm having hard time, deciphering that, right? And nobody has the time to go through this. You might think, oh, some recruiter is going to come here and spend 20 minutes. Maximum 30 seconds, 30 to 45 seconds is the maximum duration that somebody is going to look at this. Somebody is going to click on your CV, come here, look at this thing, your contribution, maybe. Nobody has the time to do this, right? And then somebody might click here and say, okay, did he actually build something, right? So try to adjust this according to reality, right? Because after 16 years of experience, I would not dare to put all of this on my own CV, right? If you actually go to my LinkedIn, you will notice a very cohesive, connected set of technologies. If you go to my LinkedIn, for example, right, you'll notice, right, that most of the technologies that I have here, right, are quite related, right? So when people come here and say, hey, we want to hire Alex, what has he done, right? Well, they can see exactly what I was focusing on. I'm not putting here things that I've tried. I'm putting here things that I'm good at, right? So you see, I started working myself in 2008 or 9, right? If we go all the way down, but all the way going up, it's very related, right? I focused onto something in my career, right? So yeah, you have to decipher here. You have to say, this means nothing. I'm an open source enthusiast. What does that even mean, right? Passionate developer. Passionate about what? What is a developer? That's too general, right? Yeah, say here, I'm a web developer. I'm a React web developer. I'm a JavaScript web developer, right? This is what I do. I write Tailwind to make things pretty. I write React to make interactive interfaces. I, use these databases to store my data, and that's it. And then you can, somewhere in the bottom of all of that, put things that you've tried, right? Because nobody's going to give you a job for the things you've tried at home. People want to see where your strengths are. And then, you can keep this list infinitely increased if you want, but this is not what they're going to hire you for, right? So that way you're going to reveal what it is that where your interests are and what you at least are capable of doing, right? And I can see that you're doing some work, so you're putting in some effort. I respect that, and that's great, right? So focus on saying these things, right? This, that this is not true. You cannot know all of this, right? Especially being a student, right? You might know some of this, most of this, who knows, right? But right now you don't. So that's how it is. That's how it is. Just keep in mind that for every single one of us, there's thousands of more people who want that job, right? So no matter what you build, try to summarize who you are, what you do, why would somebody hire you, what it is that you can put on the table. Don't think that somebody is going to scroll to your CSS3 fully animated website. that's great, and it shows some it shows some enthusiasm and effort, but hiring is a very expensive process, and people that hire have a limited amount of time. When I'm hiring, when I go, we use Workable, we use this platform called Workable. People apply, I go through the CVs quickly, not because I'm an asshole and I don't want to give people a chance. People do the same if I'm applying, is because you don't have the resources. If I would have to read every single CV out there, I would spend 3 months just reading CVs, right? So you don't have the resources for that, right? So quicker you can tell me or someone else, you get the point, who you are, what it is that you bring to the table, the better. And then the experience, unfortunately, always plays a huge role, because no matter how your CV is, if you have a big fat experience, you're absolutely advantageous already by a million miles. If you have no experience, it's always very hard, because you have no references, you have no, there's no proof that you actually are capable of doing the work. And that is what interviews are for. Interviews really are for two things. Is this person a piece of shit, or is this person kind? And is this person actually capable of building things? And when you have a history of a person that shows that, okay, this person has worked in 10 companies for X amount of years, well, that's probably a sign that that person has learned so far to build things, right? So that is really what it is. So focus on these things, right? Yep. All right, let's see if we have any more questions. I'm very happy to chat, especially if somebody needs any of that stuff. It's unfortunately how it is. I think a lot of people get offended by some of these actions of companies, but companies have no bad intentions, man. It's just you have, I work for a startup as well, and a lot of companies are startups, and you simply have no resources to spend too much time on these things. Because when I'm pulled from my team to do the hiring, that means that I, as a resource, am not available to actually build a product to help my team, right? So I'm directly, resource like me is directly spent on talking to people, reading CVs, and the value of that is none. It's zero, right? So that's why you have platforms like workable.com and stuff, where these platforms kind of try to help you a little bit. They almost isolate certain things based on the algorithm that you write, because you can't. You cannot go to 300 CVs. That's, if you spend 1 minute on 300 of them, that's 300 minutes, right? I mean, that's, you would pass out from that, right? Yeah, man, Leo, I think, sure. I think I can do that, yeah. Yeah, the market right now, I don't have a CV. My LinkedIn is my CV, Leo. My LinkedIn is my CV. And my career right now is a little bit different than yours, Leo. My interviews, for example, now are vastly different than yours, right? My interviews now would be for tech lead, team lead, maybe even a CTO, right? And interviews like these are very different, right? Interviews like these require, like, for example, when you're hiring managerial position type of people, even in engineering, that's where the references are the most important, because leading a team and writing code are two vastly different things, right? So can you lead a team cannot be seen on GitHub, right? You cannot prove that you're a good leader because you have a good GitHub, right? GitHub is just code. So when it comes to for example, the things that I would be applying for eventually, that would be, who are your references? Can we call your CTO or CTOs from previous companies, etc., etc. So it's vastly different, because my coding skills are not necessarily that relevant anymore for positions like team lead, right? It's the actual experience leading the teams that matters, right? But yeah, for sure, Chica. There, of course. I mean, I'm a tech lead. I'm not a team lead, So that's very different, right? Team lead and tech lead are vastly different roles, right? So I'm still writing code, right? And et cetera, right? So team lead is more of a, social type of aspect of things, right? You're almost in the HR in a way, right? In Brazil, if you're looking for an internship or a junior dev job, there's yeah, of course. I mean, I wouldn't say that's even it makes no difference anywhere else, right? I think the market is highly saturated, right? A lot of people past couple of years have thought, oh, let me just become a developer, right? And I'm gonna make 100K a day, right? And yeah, that's the product where we are today. I mean, I think there's still many jobs out there, and it's just when keep in mind it. As I said many times before, it has never been easy to be a junior in any industry, right? I have a feeling that today some of you youngsters are being misled how the industry is in a bad situation now, but that's not true. I mean, getting your first job in any industry has never been like just piece of cake. Sure, you can say, has it been maybe easier before than today? Questionable, maybe not. But hasn't been a breeze. It's not that 10 years ago, if you were a junior, people were throwing money at you. Not true, right? There has always been this type of competition. Once you get your first job, second job, once you gain some experience, then things become a lot easier, right? Because again, you have some proof that you're capable of doing things, right? So that's just how it is when you finish school. It's a struggle for some time, and as I always said, seek for experience, not money, because when you finish school, you know absolutely nothing. You're completely useless in almost every aspect of work, right? So when you finish school, try to be humble. Nobody gives a shit if you finished MIT or some private shitty university. When you finish school, work-wise, you know nothing, right? So you should be seeking for a place where you can learn, expand, get mentored and stuff. And then once you do, things just become increasingly easier from that moment, right? I always laugh at these people who a few of them came to the streams like, I have a diploma. Who gives a shit if you have a diploma, man? You know who else have a diploma? Half of the planet, right? It's not that it means much today, right? So I have a diploma. Wow. You went to school and you studied from a book. Great achievement. Like, mind blowing. Yeah. It's unfortunately the truth, right? As I always say, it's about just yeah. That's just how it is. I think is it fair or not? Well, what is fair, right? What is fair? What is not fair? That's life. Life is not fair. That's just how it is, right? All right, my friends. I think it's time to round up. I'm gonna go spend some time with my wife. Yeah, what is to say? As always, it's been awesome. Thank you so much for being here, Leo and everybody. I mean, I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Always very inspirational when people that has been following me for such a long time are here. So as long as you guys are here, I'll be here as well. I'm starting to love our community a lot and starting not to care about the numbers. So we have a bunch of people coming back almost every night, and that's a huge win. So thanks again. YouTube, thank you guys. My pleasure. Thanks for chatting. Thanks for tuning in and sending messages. And I'll see you guys tomorrow in the evening for sure. I wish you best, and yeah. To the moon, yeah. Have a great one, fellas. Have a great one. Coffee. Cheers, buddy. Bye-bye.